Hello and welcome. I'm Joe, and this is Kerbal Space Program 2. Not to confuse with Kerbal Space Program 1, because this is new. It just came out last week, a couple days ago, and big thank you to the developers for providing me a key. I did not pay for this, but everything I'm going to say in this video is my opinion, my feelings, and my everything about this game. So hopefully that's what you care about. There's a lot of chatter on the internet, and it goes a lot of different directions. This game is early access. I think that's the only thing we can all agree on. And I want to give you a chance to just get an opinion on seeing how the game is played in the current state with someone that is not a professional Kerbonaut and not a person that makes these kind of videos a lot. So if you're new to this, if you haven't played Kerbal Space Program 1, this is probably for you if you only played KSP 1 for a little bit. The game itself is super duper fun. I love it. KSP 1, that is. KSP 2, let's see how it is. So, this is a starting screen. Makes sense. These are my settings if you care for graphics. I only have an RTX 3070 and a AMD 5700. Whatever CPU that is. This is what I'm playing with right now. I don't think everything you're going to see is going to be completely smooth, but that's just part of early access too. So, single player, you can just start a new campaign or not. Let's look at that. Currently, you can only play sandbox mode. If that bothers you, now you know. You can only play sandbox mode, but research and all that stuff is in the roadmap. There are no dates, but it's coming. Difficulty, don't really care. Normal is totally fine. Campaign name, Joe. Obviously, because reasons. Agency name, B-Ball Space Agency. Yes, that makes sense. What do we have here? Just a bunch of icons. I think they look wonderful. Nothing is a ball. Orange. Yep, that works. And so on. You can play with this. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? There you go. Set those colors. I don't know what they do, but that's what I'm doing. Start campaign. The game itself is a lot cuter on all the tutorials. It actually does a really good job letting you know all the things that you can do, and you can read this if you really care about it. But once you play it once you play KSP1, this is not really a big issue. Training center. Very important if you have no idea what's going on, because it takes you through all the different tutorials that are currently available, which honestly, they feel pretty smooth. Definitely highly recommend playing them if you don't know how to play the game, but that's not what we're going to do today. You can do the tutorials on your own time. So that's that. Then you have the VAB, the Vehicle Assembly Building, the Tracking Station, and the Launch Pad. Launch Pad is down here. What's cool about the launch pads, there are multiple. There are a couple of runways, there's a boat launch, and then there are regular launch pads. I think they are over here, and I'm pretty certain that that's not a thing that existed in KSP1, but there you go. Everything else is not currently unlocked or not playable, so just be aware of that, and I think that is totally fine. Let's go to the VAB. Remember, this is sandbox mode, so in sandbox you have everything unlocked, which is nice. I like to play the unlock everything type of game, but well, that's not what we have right now. So we're going to get there eventually. What do you have? Just a lot of stuff. And if you know the game, you already know how all of this works. And if you don't know the game, that is fine too. A lot of tanks, a lot of things, a lot of everything. It's pretty nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of this. I will check. They have a couple stock things that you can just play with. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to end up with something like this anyways. Let's see, load that one. This guy just looks like this. Has a couple solid fuel boosters. It has a couple stages. It has the first stage. It's the solid fuel boosters. You can see it, right? I don't have to tell you this. Solid fuel boosters, regular booster, and then there's the next stage right here, and then there's the actual landing stage here. This is pretty much well suited to get to the moon, which I think is a challenge that I want to attempt today. And if you don't like where you currently are, then you can just go get a couple, bigger rockets and then get things going. Obviously, there are some new things in here too. I really don't know what they are, but there are new ones. So we'll just click through these, and if you have the game, have fun playing with all of this. This is not my expertise. You have to watch Matt Lown or etc. for this. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on. I think it's really neat. It's really cool. It's really great. And I'm just gonna go to the actual stock Kerbal because I'm not that fancy. Because if you play this for the first time, this is what you're gonna do. Do we need landing struts? Well, let's see. There looks like there's actual research stuff on here, but can't use it. Oh no, I broke it. Pressing X will actually fix this. So let's attach those again. Get a little funkiness there. Looks like this guy may not have any landing gear attached. That is not very helpful. Now, is this thing actually going to make it to the moon? I have no idea. I've played this so far for like half an hour, and 10 minutes of that was figuring out if I can even make a video about this, as in, is the frame rate as terrible as you may expect it to be? And I think it's fine. Let's find some landing gear. Communication, no. Yes, here. Landing gear, small. I think that should be fine. And then somewhere here. Okay, that looks good. And then we should be able to extend the legs. And I just want to make sure that that is about the height that we need to actually land here. And that looks fine, I think. So cool. Like extended, there you go. I don't know about the rest. Am I going to make it to the moon today? I have a 50-50 feeling about that, so that's cool. Cool, that looks fine. Let's see how far we can get. I have no idea. I'm not even checking the stages because why would you? Are you ready to fly? Here are a few pointers. No, thank you. Go away. There's literally pointers that they're pointing at, and that's really nice if you've never done this before. This is the first video that you see about this game, which I highly doubt, but if it is, there's a launch countdown happening. So let's click go. It's cute, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to fly somewhere reasonable. I'm gonna try to not just crash this thing right away, which we're only going straight up. That should be fine. How far do I need to get? I think at about 2 kilometers, I can start angling a little bit. It's been so long since I played the first one that I really don't remember that much. So again, this is not for the pros. You're gonna hate everything that you see and tell me that I'm doing everything wrong, which is totally fine, but that's not what this is about. We're just gonna go up. So let's start angling over a little bit, and no, I don't know the apoapsis and periapsis, and those are words that I'm very certain exist. I'm just trying to point this nose somewhere that matters. that's what I'm doing here, so don't be too harsh on me. What I'm trying right now is just get a slight angle so we can get into orbit around Kerbal. That will be wonderful. And to do that, I think I have to just get to this 90 degree, this line. This line is what I'm trying to get to. And this white dot is your current pointing, but the green dot is your current vector. Like that's where you're heading. And I don't know if you can hear that. We're not in the atmosphere anymore. We're not, there's no that sound, that white noise almost sound that was there. That's no longer here, which is pretty cool, I think. Okay, looks like we are slowly heading to exactly where I want to be. I have the SAS on because reasons. So let's turn our automatic robot thingy on, and it can tell or do all the things that we need to do. And now we can look at the map. How are we doing? We're doing okay, but as you can see, we're currently going to crash, which is fine. But that's all right. Are you going to tell me what my apoapsis is? Way too high. So let's turn off our engines just for the time being. And on apoapsis, I'm going to create a maneuver. I will say this needs some work. Not just because I'm doing something wrong, but this thing itself needs some work because, let's see here. Now we're in a good orbit. And what you want to do is get these apoapsis and periapsis pretty close to each other. Can't even see what these are. See? That's not good. I would like to see what these... Thank you. thank you. click those buttons away. I was hoping that would actually help me a little bit, but it doesn't. The problem that I have is this. When you actually want to move... Oh, that was an update. It may have fixed this already. If you want to move these, it was really finicky, but it looks like it's doing a little better now than what it was doing the other day. That looks fine. That looks fine. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. We have about a minute to get there, and that is neat. Obviously, we're only pointing this direction. Prograde. We're burning prograde. That's the word. Thank you. Helpful little game. And yeah, there's obviously a new interface here. Let's click warp to the thing. And at the thing, we're going to have a node, and there's actually going to be a countdown. Do we have the countdown when I'm here too? 27 seconds. That's a little far. But let's see what happens anyways. Now make sure I was about to hit the spacebar, which is really triggering the thing down here. That's not what we want to hit. We actually want to hit the right thing. So give it a couple seconds. We don't want to pause. Thank you. Yeah, that's a bug that everyone's aware. There's the counter. It tells you exactly what you need, and then go. We're just going to burn. We're going to go back to this, and then this is your burn time. That's how long you want to run this. And as you can see, we're about to lose our fuel from this guy. What are we trying to do right now? We're just trying to get into orbit. There's nothing fancy, nothing else, and we're out of that. It would be really nice if this one would just activate automatically, but that's okay. Let's see how we're doing right now. We're currently crashing with Earth. That's wonderful. We could probably point... let's turn prograde off just for the time being. Nope. It's not doing what I wanted to do. I would actually like to point up a little bit, so our... How do I turn this off? SAS? Okay, let's do that. Ah! There you go. I would like to just turn this off a little bit so our orbit doesn't just hit Kerbal. We're actually going to get a little further away. That looks fine. You're beeping at me. Apparently our burn is almost done, which is accurate. That's neat. As long as our periapsis stays in front of us, I think we're actually doing quite okay. And now we're just going to wait until 49, 200. Well, this is a terrible way to get into orbit, but this should work because, well, 56 is 60,000. No, 30,000 is atmosphere, I think, on Kerbin. So we should be safe and in orbit now. Wonderful. The next thing we're going to do is try to capture the Mun. Where is the Mun? Let's zoom out a little bit. The Mun is currently right there. That's nice. That actually plays pretty well with our apoapsis that we have right now. To have the biggest effect, you want to get 2 apoapsis. I think. I really don't remember. To have the biggest effect of your burn, you want to go to your highest point in your orbit, which is the apoapsis in this case, and then run your burn. That is doing completely the wrong thing. That note was not doing what I wanted. Let's try that again. Click on the green button. Cool. And then get out there. And you're just going to pull this until you hit the Mun. And now we're obviously, if the Mun is moving, we are moving. That should make sense. And here's the thing that bothered me a little bit. Yesterday I played, but it looks like they fixed that a little bit. Yesterday this was super finicky, but today is still a little finicky. But you can actually now move your curve. And yep, we just want to hit the Mun. We don't need to burn as much as I have it set up here, but that is fine. Okay, are we actually going to land on the Mun? I have very big doubts about that. 26 minutes to get there, or not that long. If you play this game, you will know. Oh, we actually are in the atmosphere because we have slowed down to normal burn time. Do we have any effects? Nope. Turn on our SAS. You can go prograde because that's what we want. Kerbin. It is definitely different than KSB1 Kerbin, 100%. I do feel that we're slowing down just a little bit, which is okay, but oh well. Move forward. All right, there we are. So just a couple seconds away. I don't like, so it tells you the delta V that you need, 800, which we have enough. Cool, we may even have enough to actually slow down into orbit of the Mun. That's great. But it doesn't tell you how long. I'm sure that's just a bug right now, but maybe this one is. No, that can't be. We can't just be running for 4 seconds. That's okay, though. Make sure you point to prograde because you want to expand your current orbit. And then, yeah, we're going to see if we can actually capture the Mun. And it looks like it may be telling me that we're hitting the Mun somewhere here. That's the area of influence, and that's nice. Stop burn, and we're already late. I forgot what I was doing, and I distracted myself by just babbling on. So now we're just going to follow our blue lines here. Shouldn't be very complicated. There's science to all of this if you really care. And an amateur like me is not going to be able to tell you all the rocket science that goes behind this, and I'm just not going to try. I'm already terrible at math doing it on screen when I do it, but hey, this is fine. We still have some delta V left, so I don't have to get rid of these guys yet. But let's see how close we can get. All we want is to barely capture the Mun and then hopefully slow down when we hit the Mun. Let's slow down our burn rate a little bit. Ah! Okay, we're gonna crash in the Mun. Perfect. Let's see. Do I want to be on that side or the other side? I think I want to be on the. Just go in a normal direction. Cool. We have a little more delta V left. I didn't want to use it for this, but luckily in space there is. You don't require a lot of fuel to make things happen in space, so this is great. Let's see. Entering something. I haven't gotten this far yet because I told you I played for like 20-30 minutes or so. So entering sphere of influence. That's fine. Let's do a maneuver point here maybe, and stop it. I don't like that. I feel like this is just interacting with me awkwardly, and I'm not a fan. We're gonna crash. That's not helpful. No fuel. That's very cool. Oh, we're out of fuel already? I thought I had another stage in here. Let's see. Let's go back to this guy. Nope, that's the last stage that we have. So I need another stage on top of this to make it to the Mun. Good to know. There's the Mun. You see it? Oh, I think that's the other trick, that if you go around Kerbin, once you see Mun, you can start burning. But yeah, we're out of fuel. So this isn't going to work. But I would still like to figure out how I can burn to the Mun. No fuel. Yeah, that's super helpful. Let's try this again. Go maybe here, maneuver node. I do know on KSP1 it was really easy to see how you are interacting with the object that you're trying to capture. But as you can see, set target. Maybe that's going to work better. Nope. It's not doing anything. I would like to. Okay, that's not helping. I don't see where my maneuver mode is actually supposed to do something here. Don't worry, I have to get a new rocket out anyways in just a second. But it looks like at least now we're not going to leave the sphere of influence at all. But yeah, it's not going to help. Oh well. Oh well, it's a little awkward, but you know what we have to do? We have to revert to VAB anyways, because we need more power. Delta V, as they say. So let's get a bigger guy and try that whole thing again. You know, if I would just read, I could have told you that this second generation rocket is designed to reach Kerbin orbit with a minimum of effort. We hope. Yeah. And in this one, the K2 is intended to reach both the Mun or Minmus and return safely back home. That's assuming Jet isn't the pilot. If I would have just done that, we wouldn't have. We would not need to do that. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. So, oh, that's a bigger guy. That's a much bigger guy. Okay, let's get that one into orbit, and then I'll see you after the launch. Is this guy going to be louder than the first rocket? I think that's a fair question. Oh, and I'm definitely eating my words. Earlier I said you have to do the adjustment on the apoapsis. No, the periapsis is where you want to do your maneuver to get the apoapsis down, and the other way around, something like this. No, I think actually apoapsis is the way you want to do your maneuver, but we'll figure it out. That's not my strength. Don't take anything I say there for anything really. But ooh, what was that? Ah, no! Stop it! I clicked the wrong button. That's super annoying. Let's see here. Get you out a little bit. That was always a problem for me, figuring out the right keystrokes here. So just bear with me. I will figure this out. If I want to go here, create a maneuver mode. Yes. Then I go there and we just go back. Oh, I wanted to have the smaller steps is really what I cared about. But so all I want to do, I guess, is make sure that I don't try to leave the sphere of influence of the mun. We're just turning around our whole thing. That's confusing. That's very confusing. I don't know why this is so hard. 600 meters. How about we just do this and see what happens? Because I'm apparently not getting this done right. Ah! Where's my vehicle? What are you doing? That's not what I wanted you to do at all. What is happening? Where'd my mun go? The mun is over there. That is not cool. Let's see if we can get the mun back here. Oh boy. These maneuver nodes are not what I remember them being. No, I just want the mun close by. Gosh. Okay, let's set one here so we can actually make something happen. Just get to that maneuver node. Otherwise, I will never get there. Because the mun is right behind me. It's great. And then all I want to do is prograde a little bit and burn just for a couple seconds so we're a little past the mun at least. Cool. Now just show me when we can get them. Time warp to this point? No. Hold on. There. Do this. And time warp there. Okay. Can you time warp there again? Did I mention that I am not a professional? I was not kidding. Still nothing. We're never going to get there. Space travel is hard. That's why they have professionals do this kind of thing. What is that? One more maybe. Ooh. Nope, not gonna work. Yeah, we're just gonna miss you, aren't we? Let's see here. If I turn you off, we're not gonna get into your influence, are we? There's an encounter. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, and that's gonna be a terrible approach, but there we go. This is all I really want. Let's get that maneuver node in first. Gosh, what is happening? We're nowhere near this thing. Oh, I can use it as a slingshot. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. Prograde, yes. And we're actually gonna hit it. That's perfect. Let's see. 2 minutes to the thing. No, that's not cool. I only want to. Why were we this far away? There you go, that's better. We're going to make all our adjustments on the fly because that's the only way to do this. And I am terrible at this still. Yes, I don't want to wait that long. Get me a little closer. 10 seconds is when I'm going to stop, I think. Okay, there we go. Now, start burning. Let's see what happens to our nice little thing. Get the finger on the X. So when it happens, we're good to go. Getting close. We're actually really close to the forecast there. We are just a little bit off. So now I saw something happen that I liked. So we're just gonna burn retrograde just for a little bit. Not quite what I want. We're so close. I don't want to redo this. Well, two tries should be enough to make this work, right? So we'll just go a little more. We're still trying to hit the mun. Perfect. Just a little more burn. I feel like we can probably stop right on the mun. Perfect. Done with that one. And we probably want to start slowing down somewhere here. This is not efficient. It's not supposed to be efficient. This is just for fun. Retrograde, yes. Are we... You know, collision course is not that bad because we do want to land on the mun. So when are we actually going to hit the mun? That's the real question. I just kind of want to warp to here. I want to see what happens. If we crash this thing, that is not a problem. Let's go to pretty view. Yep, that's a spaceship. Craft. There's the mun. Whoa. What? Don't yell at me. Where's the mun? Where'd it go? Did you slingshot me into the universe somewhere? Where are we? We are near the mun. Cool. Now it gives... There must be a button to get the new sphere of influence thingy set up because this is silly. So if I now don't want to crash, I could... Honestly, this is not bad. We're on the bright side. Everything should be fine. Let's turn this off. And let's see, can we create a maneuver node there? I don't think we need this, but we could retrograde here. We're going to crash anyways. The only thing I have to do is actually make sure that we hit about 0 speed, velocity. But I don't know what our velocity is. 1400? Does this correspond to this? I don't think it does. Also, we don't have enough fuel to make it back, so I already screwed this mission, but that's fine. If this one actually stays on the mun and I can go pick it up later, then, well, Bob just has to hang out, but that's not a big issue. Not for me anyway, so we can probably start burning. Let's get rid of this. We can probably start burning here in just a second. Let's get a little closer to actually the surface. Wow, we are so far away. Wow, I should use a maneuver mode for this because otherwise I'm just going to crash. Okay, stop. Too much. Yep, there's a bug. Everyone's aware of that. It's fine. And then definitely retrograde. 100%. I know that for sure. I like how this is a space shuttle and not the rocket that I have. And yeah, let's just do a little bit of work. Now, this is not how you're supposed to do this. I am well aware of that. You're supposed to do this more, fly over the surface of the mun and then eventually slow down. But this one should totally be fine. I would actually like to create a maneuver node right here, and I am remembering a thing that I can just slow down until we're gonna go the other way. No. This is not what I remember this being. I want you. Okay. It's so confusing. It is so confusing. Turn these off because they're not helping. Does this mean I'm way too fast? Does this mean I'm way too slow? I don't see where the rest of my orbit is. And that's confusing. Is this telling me that I can't stop? Am I already too fast? I mean, it's totally possible because I completely did this wrong, didn't I? I would like to land here. That'd be cool. Just, I simply don't know if it's possible or if I have enough fuel. Let's go there. That's fine. We're still, I think, shooting straight for the mun, and either we're going to crash or we're going to be fine. Can I see the mun? I can't even see the mun right now. That's perfect. I think that is just where is the mun? That is just a sign that I am simply way too fast for what we're doing right now. But that's fine. Wow, I'm really far away from it. That is not good. So if the sun is there, then I should be able to look a little bit to the left and see it. Where's the sun? There's the sun. The mun must be that thing. Okay. Let's see if we crash and burn, or sure if this is going to work out somehow. Oh, we're 600 kilometers from the ground. Let's get a little closer. Maybe I just have to look at those parameters that we have over there. They're supposed to be helpful. 400, sure. I have a feeling the mun is beneath me. Is it? Ha! Found it! Look at me. Look at me. I'm not completely useless, worthless for this. Probably am. Let's see. Let's get a little closer again. And yeah, what type of speed do we need for this to work? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. If I could translate delta V into the speed, then we would be good, but I can't. We're really still really far away, so let's keep going a little bit more. And this is why I like this game, Kerbal Space Program in general, because you actually get to play with this kind of scenario that, let's be honest, I'm the only reason we're in this scenario. Nothing else, nobody else. But it's fun. I like it. So we're going at full blast, and yeah, we're slowing down all right. Oh, we're slowing down just fine. Let's get a little closer. Let's get to like 10 kilometers and see what kind of damage we can do here. Just a little more. 70 kilometers. Okay. The moon is pretty big. The mun is pretty big, isn't it? Yes, it is. 50 kilometers. There's no atmosphere to slow us down here, so we can't hope for that stuff to do anything for us. What I would like to do... Are these landers? Should probably know that, don't I? You. How do I land this thing? What is this? Is this... Round the flight. What do you do? Poodle. Nope. You know, that's totally fine, because that means I just have to make a really smooth landing. Why are there no landing legs on here? The thing in the beginning said this is made for Mun and Minmus. Apparently it's not made to land on Mun or Minmus, but oh well, that's fine. We have a lot of this stuff, the RV, not recreational vehicle, but something else entirely. 15 kilometers, yeah, that's fine. Let's see, still retrograde, that's good, because as long as you have the SAS pointing retrograde, that means you should be landing relatively straight. Let's slow us down just a little bit while we're here, because we're currently falling with gravity assist. I don't know. Do we have enough slow down power? Oh yeah, we do. We're already at half the speed. Once we get to like 150, I can... Let's see here. 4,000. We're really not that far off. Okay, now I'm assuming gravity will speed us up a little bit. So I wasted a little bit of fuel, but I gained a little bit of confidence that what I'm doing here is not completely impossible, just improbable and probably stupid. 2 kilometers. Okay, parachutes wouldn't help here. Just in case you're curious about that. I do wonder, is the general... Oh, just a kilometer is really not a lot. I do wonder if the general... if the general physics are now nice enough or mean enough that when you try to land like this, you're not going to explode if you touch down a little softer. So let's see what happens. Because I got no idea. Oh, perfect. Try to take a screenshot and put that little screen over there. That's super helpful. I am actually doing a lot better than I would have ever thought possible. Wow. We're still a little fast, but I also need to come down still. So, yep. Okay. I know I could change the actual pressure that we're feeling here, but oh, I can't believe I did that. That is amazing. Who needs landing gear for this? That is... I would really like to be able to take this dang picture without this thing doing this thing that it just did. But no, that's not what it's doing. Let's see. Print screen. Cool. Maybe that will help. It hasn't fallen over yet, and honestly, that is just surprising to me. I have no delta V left to get to back to Kerbal, but that is fine. I am surprised that I'm able to do this, what I just did. That's awesome. Cool. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The game currently is $50. Okay, it's an early access. What is early access? Well, if you expect to get a finished game if you buy early access, then you're going to be disappointed. Period. And honestly, that is my definition of early access. I've played so many early access games. Well, so many. More than a few dozen. I've played a lot of them. And they're all different genres, different things, different here, different that. And all of them use this early access thing to say, the game is not done yet. Some of them abuse it, absolutely. Some of them set the bars really high. And both of those sides totally exist, and that is fine. Should I try to get out of here? Can I do an EVA? I'm pretty sure I can. Let's click on this thing. EVA, this one, EVA. Ooh, are you gonna make this thing fall over? Not yet. Cool. How about you just go back inside? Well, I think I'm supposed to hit B. Oh, there's the key. B, get back in. Cool. So yeah, early access gets abused by a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons, and that is how it is. I'm not really sure that that's ever going to change. This game, is it playable? Yes, absolutely. This game, does it have really high hardware expectations? Yes, it does. I don't think I have a crappy machine setup, and I'm recording at the same time, but I have an RTX 3070 and I have a Radeon 5700, so about a year and a half, 2 years old hardware, and it can play it. I am very capable of playing it, but that's not cheap stuff. That wasn't cheap stuff back in the day. I think nowadays you can actually get it for reasonable, at least, and I do have to upgrade, but that's besides the point. It is playable. Is it worth $50? You decide. Do you like to build rocket ships and just go crazy in sandbox mode and fly stuff to the moon and have a bunch of rovers running around here? Go for it. You can. Like that's... They even give you all the pieces that you need for that. Do you want to play airplanes around? Have you ever played a rocket game where you have to worry about all the stuff that you see on screen right now? That's delta V, that is your ground speed, your surface speed, your ground height, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's so much going on. And everything is fun. You can just play with that forever until you figure out what you're supposed to do. Obviously, I did it totally wrong, so I have to do this again. And that is replay value. Is that worth $50? No. That by itself, the replay value is not. But if you're getting to know a rocket ship, a space universe game, I don't even know. This is a physics simulation game, but it goes well beyond that. And from what I've seen, it looks like the universe, the Kerbalverse, whatever that's called, is just going bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is fun. And I wouldn't be surprised if they add stuff to it. I know this game is so far a little late. I think it was supposed to come out in 2020. It's 2023. It's a little late, but hey, if it's currently in this state, would you have wanted to see it in 2020 for whatever reasons? I don't know what the reasons are. I'm just speculating here. These are my opinions. Again, it's just that. But it's in the state that it is. And I just played it, and it didn't crash. Cool. That's awesome for an early access game. It ran relatively smoothly on my 4K monitor. I don't know how smooth it looked on the recording, but it worked. There wasn't a big deal with it, so it's playable. It has a lot of pieces. I think you probably saw that a couple times there were some pink rendering things, artifacts there. Yeah, that's fine. That exists. I mean, it's early access. It's going to happen in early access and later on too, so it's not the end of the world. I haven't seen the Kraken yet. I'm still standing with my spaceship on my thruster. Is that thruster? Maybe it's called thruster. No, it's gimbals. Oh, it's the gimbals. I don't know. I probably should know this, but I'm not that. That's not me. I'm still standing, and it hasn't fallen over, and I haven't paused the game. I'm just sitting around here, and that's great. I haven't paused it, right? Nope. It's not paused. Just making sure. So there's a lot of good stuff about this. It's already working, and it's fine. But if you expect a fully functional game, then you can't buy early access. Should you hide behind early access if a game is not playable? No, but this game is playable. And then you have to decide if you want to spend money on actually playing this game right now, if you want to wait until there's more stuff. There's a roadmap available. Go anywhere on the internet, type in KSP2 roadmap, and you will see the next thing is science, which is awesome, which is a big step towards career mode. And I would love it if this game actually, if the early access goes in a way that your career mode is actually very limited to the planets that you can go to and the just other bodies in space that you can go to, because if they continuously just add the next thing, you have a chance to discover everything that's there already and just live in that world. Right now, if there's only Minmus and Mun, so far I've played at this point an hour and a half, right? And I haven't seen everything yet. There's still more to do, and I am expecting that features at this point and updates and patches and all that stuff come out more frequently. How frequent? I don't know, but I expect it to come out relatively frequent so that the community and everyone else can be happy enough that they can get all their stuff out. They have a ginormous incentive to make this game what the community wants, and from what I hear, they have a much bigger team to make that happen. So I'm hopeful for the future. Obviously, you can hear it with what I'm saying. I'm not feeling very negative about this game in the current state. It's very playable. It's very enjoyable. If you never played this before, totally play this. If you love KSP1 and you're pro in KSP1, I don't think this game will give you anything extra at the current state. Absolutely. Stay with KSP1. But if you're completely new to this game, new to this genre, and you just want to see the latest and greatest that exists now without having to worry about mods and all that stuff, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't get this game if this is something that interests you. It goes in a lot of detail for so many different reasons. And let's see, how big is the current? How big is the current universe? That big. That's how much you can get. How far you can get? We can get to Val. Cool. Jess. Yep. Elu. Yep. Gilly, of course. Kerbal, that's our son. This is, we are currently on the Mun, which is this close to Kerbin on the KSC, and Minmus is out here. What is this one? Oh, the Sphere of Influence. Cool. Yeah, but there are also still things that need to be ironed out, and that's an early access game for you, exactly that. So I'm pretty happy with this. I want to play this more. I will probably be more regular once the actual career mode is available and I can do science and stuff. But I'm going to do it more on a slow pace for people that are not professionals. If you just want hints and tricks how to do something, this is not it. This is not the channel for you. But if you just want to get entertained and see that someone else is struggling as much as you do when you try to play this game, absolutely come back. Because that's what you can expect from me. Yeah, no. I quite enjoyed this little session. Already made 2 mistakes, and that's fine. Ooh, look, a shadow. What the? It's fine. I like it. No, I actually do. And yeah. Thanks again for the developers for giving me a key. Let's me check this out. I will be back to this game as patches come out. And I hope you got something out of this video that you cared about. Again, there will be more and stuff, but not right now. So what is this? Ooh. Forgot about that. Oh, it's slower. And then you're actually pointing at the sun. Cool. No, that's all I have. I have no idea what's all in store. I'm not associated with the developers at all. So I'm as excited as you are, or as suspenseful as you are about what the future holds here. But so far so good. I like it. And yeah, please come back to my channel if you enjoyed this. See you again next time. Bye-bye.